Conway could be dangerous.
Yeah. You know what's dangerous? Your obsession with me. Seriously, Lana, call Kenny Loggins, because you're in the danger zone. From Top Gun.
Just be careful.
What's going on, guys? Still here. I meant to make this video earlier today, but real life called, and I've had actually literally no time to make a video in the past few days. But finally, I'm just going to make a short little quick video. Sadly, I'm not catching the hype bandwagon for this, a little late, but Gaijin is releasing the F-5C Tiger for America. It's going to be a Rank 6 Premium, and of course, the pre-order bonus for it is the MiG-28 skin from Top Gun. They even include in the article here. Where was it? The aggressor skin is famous in the movie Top Gun. Basically just like the fictional kind of Russian-esque, you know. If you've watched I'm assuming if you play War Thunder and you like modern jet combat, you've probably watched Top Gun. So you already know what I'm talking about. For those of you that don't, they're basically the antagonists. So yeah, but its normal skin is like a Vietnam style skin, which looks really nice. It's going to be rank 6, and it's going to be almost identical to the current in-game Taiwanese F5 or Chinese, depending on which side of the political spectrum you give a shit about, but it's Taiwanese. So yeah. It's going to be almost identical, except the AIM-9s are AIM-9Es from what I can tell. The Taiwanese F5A has AIM-9Ps, which are basically just AIM-9Js, and they are pretty much, if not exactly the same as the AIM-9J. So you're going to get like that roughly 20G pull limit and, or, you know, all that stuff, even though those values are all not temperamental. That's not the word I'm thinking of, but basically don't trust the missile value on the stat card. No one ever really trusts stat cards for years in War Thunder, so you shouldn't trust the missiles. Same with the AIM-9E, where like the AIM-9 can only pull, I think it says like 12G or something like that. Basically, the only benefit of the AIM-9E over the AIM-9B is that it has the ability to lock, and then like you can kind of actually lead the missile. They were fairly good when the F-100 was the top dog. Although correct me if I'm wrong, the F-100 originally only had Bs, but they were still like one of the best missiles in game. At one point in time, but I mean, I don't know what battle. I'm gonna assume that this is going to be the same battle ring as the F5A, which I believe is 10.7 or 10.3. I remember the F5A had some really insane overperforming flight model aspects where I could just go full speed in a turn, not lose any speed, and not even like G-lock your pilot. So, but they did fix that, and I assume that the F5C will share a similar fixed flight model of the F5A. But yeah, as far as we know, only AIM-9Es for now. So that's what you're going to have to deal with. This thing is mainly just going to be a multi-role that's going to function very well in ground RB. The thing about ground RB that I kind of like with the SAB 105, even though it only has AIM-9Bs, is that you don't get a missile warning like you do in air RB, because air RB is meant to be for air combat. So the system of the missile being spottable with the little diamond exists, but in ground that doesn't. So AIM-9Es in ground probably aren't going to be that much of an issue if an enemy aircraft doesn't know you exist. But in air RB, I'm assuming that this is going to be a bit of a struggle bus with missile kills, unless you're really good at timing your turns, leading right in up behind people so they can't really escape a missile launch. So yeah, it's going to be a very good aircraft. It pulls very good. It has a max speed of around Mach 1.5, and it's got quite a load that it can carry between bullpups, bombs up to I think a single 2,000 pounder on the F5A. I'm not entirely sure. Rockets, like I think they're Hydras or Mighty Mouses now. They renamed them years ago, or I think a year and a half ago maybe. So yeah, that's pretty much what you're going to get out of this. For $60, I'd say it's a very solid premium. Just even comparing it, to the F5A is an entry for Taiwan/China, and this is a premium version of that for America. So if you want to grind the American tree, which I'm assuming at some point they're going to have an F5E Tiger 2 entry in the same patch, if not later, the next few patches. And at some point, they're pretty much setting us up for rank 7 jets. So at some point, you're going to see a Tomcat in game fighting MiG-28s, which actually, my friend Sen Ryan, who made the Tomcat model on War Thunder Live, might actually be able to do a little bit of a Tomcat-esque cinematic with that model right now, actually, once this comes to the game. So, am I going to buy it? No. I have plenty of the American tech tree. I have pretty much all of the American air tree at top tier. I don't really need the F5. But for those of you that would really enjoy flying with the skin, flying the aircraft, and grinding the US tree, I'd say go for it. Flare-wise, I don't think that's a thing. So for those of you that are going to play this in ARB, if you're not the best jet pilot, I would kind of be reluctant to buy it, unless you're, until you're proven solid with something like the F100. So yeah, for ground RB players, I'd say it's a 100% buy. Even if you have the air tree and you don't like something like the Phantom, which is just a bit too big and bulky and is too easy to get shot down, I'd say you go with the F5. Very solid premium, very cool skin. I got no complaints. Just hope that America gets an equivalent entry, obviously, because just limiting one of their more well-known aircraft to just a premium is really stupid. But it's a very similar to a Harrier situation where like the AV-8A and the AV-8C, the only difference is flares and I think Zunis in better engine power. I think that's what the F-5C to like an F-5E would be. Just better missiles, maybe flares. So if I got anything wrong about flares and stuff like that, please correct me in the comments. But yeah, that's pretty much it for me, guys. Stu Wolf, and I'll see you guys next time.